you have joked about this on Instagram stories, but I know this as well. When you say that you're autistic, what does that mean when you joke on your Instagram stories about
Are you talking about this recent trip with the food?
Yes.
There wasn't cheese on the menu, and there was cheese on the plate when it came, and that was just the end of my trip. But
so you're at a restaurant, you order a dish, the food arrives, it has cheese on it. You don't do cheese.
Yeah, no cheese, no mushrooms, no avo, no mayo. Like it's an extensive list. Yeah.
Does that fussiness manifest in other areas of your life? In refereeing? Like, are you that specific about certain things?
No, because you know what happens is rugby is like it's an autistic trait. Like rugby is my special interest. So I'm absolutely obsessed with rugby. So the things that I struggle with off the field, well, not struggle, I navigate. I don't experience them on the field. So like
really?
Yeah. So like I struggle with sensory processing, and it's like overstimulating in general. Like our referee dinner last night, was 50 people in a restaurant, everyone's talking and everyone's, it was, then I would take quiet breaks and go outside and then come back and just to say, regather myself. But then put me in a stadium with 30 people coming at me at an intensity, plus 40,000 people, say at Twickenham the other day, and my brain is...
Plus something in your ear.
Yeah, plus that noise. Yeah. And my brain is probably the most quiet it's ever been, like for the whole day, the whole week.
That's crazy.
That's wild. That's also very not what I would expect. So when were you diagnosed?
The journey, I probably have always known. Like now that I know what I know, because research has been more targeted towards women now. Yeah. It's only been on men, and I was like, well, I don't fit any of those profiles. But now there's more about women. I'm like, wow, all of those stories resonate really well. So it probably started 2017. Like it was the Women's World Cup, and I probably went through a bit of burnout after that, and it's actually like an autistic burnout, where it's too much. My brain is going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Like I'm not coping, and I don't know what it is. And then once we started to explore it, a lot of it was like the sensory things, and then we explored it further, and it's like a bit of like social awkwardness and eye contact and all these different things. Like just, so probably from 2017, it's just built on, and now, like where I am today, like I'm quite happy to say I'm autistic, and the World Rugby refs love it, because now they have there's an official reason for me, like in meetings, I'd just be very direct and very blunt, and they're like, whoa, Aimee, whoa, and I used to put it down to like, well, if we South African, we blunt,
as you know,
can vouch,
yeah,
can confirm.
But now it's like everyone gets it, and then like the smaller considerations, someone like Maggie would be brilliant at clearing the change room for me before a game, because everyone's in there, everyone's excited, the tech guy's in there, the match day doctor comes in, there's just far too many people in there, and I can't do all of that, so she gets all the people out.
She sounds great.
She's amazing.
You know, you can get jumpers now. I saw someone walking around Gloucester that's like neurodivergent is like a superpower or something like that.
It is.
Do you have one?
We should get you one.
We should get you one. I was going to send it burner.
So Women's World Cup in New Zealand, I got a badge, and it's like my social battery.
Oh my God, I was going to get one of these. And,
and you can adjust it as you... Yeah. So have one of those. But
Do you use it?
Absolutely.
Like, so you had it on you for the tour?
Yeah. And then if it's in the red, people are like, cool, Amy's going to do her own thing today. And I would be reading my Kindle while they're all doing wine tasting, but I'd still be there. But they're doing their thing, and I'm just having a quiet moment.
Did someone buy you the badge, or did you buy it yourself?
A waitress had it at a restaurant, and I was like, your badge is amazing. And she was like, yeah, have it. So nice. But I do think, going back to your point, I do think it is a superpower. Like, I think it really helps me, because some of the traits are like, you have a really strong sense of justice and fairness. Perfect for refereeing.
Rock solid. Yeah.
You love rules.
Tick.
Perfect.
Boom.
you know, like the staying calm, like not lack of emotion, although my wife might think that, but yeah, like the staying calm, no emotion to it. What's the right decision here? Bang, that's what it is.
Is it, sorry, one more question. Is it textures with the food that you don't like?
Textures, tastes.
Tick.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mo's convinced she's on
I'm
the
getting a
spectrum.
jumper.
Yeah. She wants to be neurodivergent
We can
too.
have
Basically, she also
conversation.
just wants to be a rev.
Your social battery would always be green though. You'd be like, talk to me. Anyone?
Yeah,
Anyone?
no, it's
Anyone?
true. That is the one thing that lets me down.
Yeah.
Well, but the thing is, it's a wide spectrum because sometimes I can be super social, and sometimes I'm like, guys, I can't have any conversation. I can't make the words come out. Like you do you.
Yeah.
You just
So
put a picture of it like on the red or the
Status.
the
On the
most
red side.
unsocial side.
Yeah.
Take a picture of it, put it on the team WhatsApp group. Just
Yeah.
be like, yeah, I won't see
There
Aimee
we
today.
Yeah. She's out.
Easy.
The thing with autism classically though is that communication, and this is not communication necessarily you speaking to people, but also reading cues, being able to read faces and other non-verbal cues is something that people who are on the spectrum and have some sort of neurodivergence often battle with. Refereeing relies on that so intensely, not only you speaking and verbalizing, but also you being on the receiving end of so much of that. And this is the thing that you don't battle with on the pitch at all, because it seems like your emotional intelligence is so high when you're out there.
So yeah, off the field, horrendous, and like super awkward. And I'll say inappropriate things, and people around me, that's fine because we're around Coxie and she's also super inappropriate. So, you know, like we all just go with it. But on the field, I don't think players realize how much we'll read into the things you say to each other, your body language, how you move around the pitch. Take Canada, England. I don't know if you guys want to go back there, but Canada, England at WXV.
God, yeah. Bring it on.
Like the first 20 to 30 minutes, I could immediately pick up that you guys weren't in control. And you knew it, and you didn't quite know what to do to get it back. But once you switch it on and say the 60th, 70th minute, you like there's a flow state, the way you move around the pitch, the way you were talking to each other, and sometimes not even talking to each other, but letting the ball flow, like, you know. So I spend 80 minutes of reading as much as I can to try and make the best game decision. Yeah, and that's what I love about rugby, because it's such a challenge. But it's probably dangerous to go into this. But going on to the men's side, sometimes they push the boundaries as far as their reactions and how they are, and then I find the women are a bit more real, and you can get a true reflection, and that's why I think it works so well.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. But the amount of...
I felt in control, by the way.
Just for the record.
It wasn't you, it was the others around you.
Yeah, it's not you, Mo. You were
I just
fine.
wanted everyone else to be
But I
on
mean,
my control.
Ellie Kildun spilled a few balls, and some of the Canadian girls jeered her, and you quietly under your breath went, "That's a bit unnecessary."
Yeah, just again,
poor girl.
the
Such a good
fairness,
Aimee moment, though.
the fairness side of it. I was like, oh, guys, like I don't mind a bit of banter on the field, and sometimes like the front rows, I'll be like, oh, guys, that's a bit spicy, but I still think we just need to be. There's still a balance of respect, and I don't mind you can push the boundaries, but somewhere, and it just maybe comes out of my mouth.